Board of Commissioners meeting. Today is Tuesday, June the 25th, 2024. After a moment of silence, we're going to ask Holly to lead us in the pledge. Please stand. Our first item of business will be to approve the agenda.
Make a motion to approve the agenda as submitted.
Second. A motion second. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Motion carries. Any statements or remarks from citizens? Any statements or remarks from commissioners? We want to just remind everybody of our outdoor watering regulations. These are in effect year-round, but it's especially important right now with the extra heat and lack of water we've had lately. So if you're an odd address, your watering days are on Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday, and watering times are from 12 a.m. to 10 a.m. For an even number address, it's Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday, same times, 12 a.m. to 10 a.m. Also, at our next meeting on July 9th, we'll set the millage rate for 2024. We will be presenting the rollback millage rate for approval. So no tax increase hearings are required this year for the Oconee County Board of Commissioners. This will be our fourth year of reduction in the millage rate, and this will be the third year in a row of full rollback. That will move to our first item, which is discuss and consider equity and merit adjustments. As you remember, each year we get to June, we take a look at what's left in the budget, and has substantial savings in the employee with open positions. What we're recommending, again, the same as last year, is that for all full-time employees, a one-time equity adjustment of $1,000. For part-time employees, a one-time equity adjustment of $500, which will be a budget amendment of $261,052. Also, each year we try to put aside money for those who, during the evaluation process, receive and excels at their job. Last year we put aside $50,000. We'd like to do the same thing again this year. That will be allocated among the constitutional offices and the governing authority based on the number of employee percentages. And so that amount will be $62,196. If approved tonight, that will pay out on July 5th this year. Any questions or?
Remind me, how does that stack up to things we've done in the past?
This will be the third year of the $50,000. It'll be the fourth year we've done an equity adjustment. In prior years, we've done it. Sometimes when we weren't able to give raises at the fiscal year change, we've come back and do those. We've done quite a few over the last 12 years. There are no questions, or we'll entertain a motion for approval.
I'll make second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Motion carries. Next time is discuss renewal of the Chamber of Commerce Memorandum of Understanding.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners.
Justin. Chuck's going to confuse himself on this particular item. Go ahead. You can stay here.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners. This is currently utilized the Oconee County Chamber of Commerce for our economic development arm. Previously, a full-time equivalent that was a governing authority employee was utilized for economic development purposes, responding to RFIs, assistance with local business, prospective businesses. The Chamber 5 years ago has pivoted pretty significantly toward more of a business-oriented small business, including existing services, and we've utilized them. It was a 5-year term that has expired. We are recommending renewing the contract with the Chamber of Commerce for another year with 4 additional auto renewals. And then if there's any issues that the Board of Commissioners has with the services, we do have the ability to cancel the contract at any time. happy to answer any questions.
Any questions for this item?
I had a couple of questions, just for clarification. Know that, Ms. Bernardi was here last meeting to give a report, but I noticed that the, I guess it's, section 2G talks about attending quarterly or as requested. So what's the driver there? Is it not quarterly?
So quarterly is probably overkill. So we were requesting an annual presentation in front of the board, and he keeps me and chairman informed on a very regular basis, meeting going forward. So we do have the ability, if we want her to make presentations quarterly to us at that point. And if that's the board wish, I can certainly ask Courtney to do so, but we think an annual reporting is probably more appropriate based on the overall economic development activity in the county.
Well, I mean, I knew it was in the agreement. It just said attend quarterly or as requested. And I guess my question is, or as requested supersedes that quarterly? I mean, we just.
That is correct. If it is less than quarterly, that I have requested it basically annually. It's even though it's written on a quarterly basis.
It's just how you read the wording, you know, or as requested. The other question I had under the financial provisions, I think it's 3C that talks about submitting regular financial and performance report to the county. And it says it'd be done monthly. Who gets that report?
Those are ultimately sent to the finance department.
Finance, so they do review it for its appropriateness.
Yeah, they take a look at essentially the from the county funds perspective.
Okay. Is it subject to open records that when it's submitted to us?
Yeah, any document associated with the contract would be an open record.
Okay. And my last question, I assume, Mr. Chairman, that all the conditions are being met satisfactory?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Any other questions? With that, we'll entertain a motion.
I make a motion, we approve the Chamber of Commerce MOU as submitted.
Second.
Motion second, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, motion carries. Next item is discuss and consider a contract agreement for the juvenile court legal services. Danny, you want to handle that?
So previously, the juvenile court, when it needed to use guardian ad litem, used, drawing a blank on her name, but used the lady that's doing this on kind of an ad hoc basis. Clark County had formalized their arrangement with her last year, and the request was to formalize it also. So we had it in our contract after the Clark County contract. Pretty good piece of work. So it's just for the board to formalize the relationship with the court. Guardian ad litem has that.
Any questions on this side? With that, we'll entertain a motion.
Make a motion to approve
Contract.
Second. A motion second for approval. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Motion carries. Next item is discuss and consider the Public Defender FY25 Indigent Services Agreement for the period July 1, 2024 to June 30, 2025. This is our standard agreement with the Public Defender's Office. He already submitted his financials. That's in the budget. This is formalizing the agreement. Same as last year. Only changes are the additional funds that were requested and approved the budget process. Anybody have any questions? We entertain a motion.
Make a motion, we approve the Public Defender FY25 Indigent Services Agreement for a period of July 1, 24 to June 30th, 25.
Second.
A motion second, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, motion carries. Next item is discuss and consider probation services contract amendment. Received another request from the Superior Court judges on two different items. One has to do with the waiving of fees and indigency. There were some concerns with the way it was written in the document, so we've changed section O. Send everybody a copy of the changes, but it's basically referencing Official Code of Georgia 42-8-102 as the foundation for which fees can be waived. And it clarifies that the exempting authority shall be the sentencing judge, that the contractor then can bill the county at reduced contract rate with them for that. And the other concern, again, was the term of the contract. We pushed back and say, well, if we want to do the 5 years, that's what we normally do. But the request was to have an annual renewal. So that does line up better with some of our other contracts that we have. It's one we just did, and also like our trash pickup, the landfill, and that type of thing. It's a 1-year contract with 4 annual automatic renewals, unless either party opts out of that. So that's what we changed it to, that this will now be a 1-year agreement with 4 automatic renewals, unless either the county or the contractor provides 60 days written notice. And all renewals shall expire June 30th, 2029. So we can't exceed 5 years for the MPOU. Those are 2 changes that are requested by Superior Court. Talked with the contractor, probate, and magistrate as well. They're okay with all these changes. We will be having a kickoff meeting with the judges tomorrow afternoon, late afternoon. The contractor will be here. We'll kind of talk through some of the options that are available and get signatures on this tomorrow afternoon if we can get approval. Any questions? We'll entertain a motion for approval of these changes.
I'll make a motion to approve the contract with the amendments.
Second. We have a motion and second for approval. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Motion carries. Next time is discuss and consider planning code enforcement fee sheet amendment.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners. The legislature adopted House Bill 461, limiting the methods by which local governments can determine regulatory fees in this last legislative session, and we have historically used building value to determine a basis for fee calculation. House Bill 461 has eliminated that building evaluation option for fee calculation. So based on recent updated information from our third-party building inspection firm following their discussion with Legislative Council, we recommend the proposed changes to the fee schedule to ensure compliance with House Bill 461. The proposed changes will be revenue neutral with no increase in the fees proposed, and the fee amendments are highlighted and attached to the memo that you have in your packets. I'll be glad to answer any questions if you have any.
Any questions? With that, we'll entertain a motion.
Make a motion, we approve the planning and code enforcement fee sheet amendment as submitted.
A motion second, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Motion carries. Next time is discuss and consider the Snows Mill Road at Highway 53 land acquisition.
Thank you, Chairman. Good evening. This request is in regards to 3 parcels of land and the acquisition of that land for right-of-way related to the Snows Mill and Rocky Branch Road intersection on Highway 53 and the roundabout project. We have these right-of-way acquisitions at a cost of $200,550. We have the funds assigned in our capital fund balance, but we don't have the budget assigned. So the request this evening is for a budget amendment to allow for those closings in the amount of $200,550. And if you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them.
Any questions?
Mr. Chairman, if I could also ask, at the same time you do that, approve the 4 contracts that we have for the acquisition property.
This is procedural for me. I mean, is this the county doing this or the state bound?
Yeah, so y'all have a contract with the state that will acquire the right of way for this property. So we spend our money, we do the closing, we do the titles, and we have it conveyed directly to GDOT, who then bills the project. So under the contract that we have with the state, our acquisition people went out and negotiated 4 contracts in accordance with state and federal law that you have to follow when you do these. And we've now got these 4 contracts to close. And the kind of urgency on it is the seller's leaving town for an undetermined amount of time on Monday. And we want to try and get them closed before he has gone.
In your opinion, Mr. Counselor, is there any conflict of interest of any of the members of this body proving this?
No.
For the landowners?
No.
Okay. Thank you.
Any other questions? We'll entertain a motion.
I make a motion to approve the land acquisition agreement and the 4 contracts.
We have a motion is second to approve the budget amendments and the contracts for land acquisition. In discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Motion carried. Do you have need of executive session to discuss land acquisition, personnel matters, and litigation?
Make a motion, we go into executive session to discuss land acquisition, personal matters, and litigation.
Second. Motion second. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Aye.
Mr. Saxon,
Motion adjourned.
Second.
we are adjourned.